Hi, this is Darryn Farrugia. What I'm going to talk about today is just basically how to hold the drumsticks. I know it seems like a very basic lesson, but it's one of the important ones. Firstly, I'm going to talk about the two different types of grips that we use. Probably the most common one is the match grip. And it's called match grip because both hands look exactly the same. And within this, there are actually two types of grip. There's the German grip, which is essentially a palm down grip. And then there's what's known as the French grip, which is a thumb up grip. You see a lot of timpani players using this grip also. So that's French grip, thumbs up, German grip, palm down. And then the other type of grip that we use, and certainly the one I probably use the most, is traditional grip, where the stick is held in the left hand, or at least my left hand, like this, if you're a right-handed drummer. So that's traditional grip. Irrespective of how you hold the sticks, there are a couple of things you need to think about. And the first thing is the balance point of the stick. So the balance point of the stick is where you are going to get the most amount of rebounds just by letting the stick go. And it's usually about a third of the way into the stick from the butt end of the stick. So this is what I'm talking about. I'm just going to let the stick rebound on that pad. Okay, so an extreme opposite example of that would be to hold the stick right at the back so that you can see that you don't really get much rebound at all. Okay, so this is the balance point of the stick, and that's where the fulcrum is going to be. Now the fulcrum is the pivot point of the stick, and that is where the stick actually pivots inside your hand. The pivot point, well, it can be a couple of pivot points for the right hand, for the match grip part of it. Some people like to hold the stick there so that the pivot point is there, and some people like to hold the stick between these two fingers so the pivot point is a little further inside the hand. That's probably the one I use the most, but I also use that depending on what I'm playing. So one exercise that I give all of my students to do is to play eighth notes and allow the stick to rebound. It should feel like you're actually bouncing a basketball. Now what I'm doing here by doing this is I'm throwing the stick down and letting the stick rebound back to me. And at this point I am using that fulcrum there. It's really effortless. It's just like bouncing a ball. However, when I play fast double stroke rolls, I find that the fulcrum actually moves to this point. It's not something that I've practiced, it's just something that happens that way. So the fulcrum becomes more in that position. So this is a good exercise, learning to allow the stick to rebound. It's a good way of warming up, loosening up before a gig or before you practice. Both hands. And then practice single stroke rolls. That's really just putting both hands together. Or if you play traditional grip. Now traditional grip, the fulcrum is in that part of the hand. It's the same balance point, so whatever it was for the right hand, it will be the same for the left hand. So, same thing here. Just playing eighth notes, allowing the stick to rebound. You're throwing the stick down, the stick is bouncing back into your hand. And then single stroke rolls. Thanks.